Let's break this bitch down. Act 1. Let's set some stuff up.
Our story begins underwater in a lake covered in ice, which is our first clue that the slow, agonizing death in freezing cold water is probably a better experience than watching the movie Between Worlds. We see two different girls under the ice, one who seems to be dead and one that wakes up before the icy slumber can save her from watching this movie. And we cut to black.
It's just this weird shot of like the ice and then spliced over somebody swimming like in not iced over water to make it look like they're sticking through the surface of the water. It's so fucking bad.
Yeah.
It's
like so
disorienting.
Spoilers for later in the film. This is like the first time that she knew that she had this power, but they never explain what she did with the power. Like did she go and like call a truck driver to come over? Because they say like some guys were passing by and saw that they fell in the ice, but never explained in the slightest. She also is able to find her daughter later on by being choked. And it's like, so does she just have like fucking Charles Xavier vision? She can just jump and like go through and see all the different
out of body,
spirits.
I guess, and
she can
found her daughter's spirit.
I don't know, man. We fade in on a mud puddle outside of a gas station and see a boot stomp into it. It's a great start. Nick's character, Joe, not to be confused with Joe from Joe, makes his way towards the station before we cut to him in the cab of his truck eating no-dos while on the phone, apologizing for being behind on a payment of some sort, which it feels like it was edited completely out of sequence, but whatever.
What the fuck?
He's on his way into the gas station, then he's in the truck. We cut to a bathroom where we see a girl being strangled, then to a fat guy's butt crack, which really sets the tone for what we're about to be subjected to for the next 90 minutes.
Sorry, I thought you guys would be happy about my cameo in the movie. This gas station attendant.
I wasn't going to say anything, but like, yeah, he kind of looks like you. Not quite, you know.
Yeah.
This dude's like 500 pounds. So. The butt crack belongs to the clerk at this charming convenience store who asked Joe how business is, to which Joe says, "Just ring it up, Ricardo." Fuck you, dude. Seriously, this is the start of your movie. This is how you're setting the tone. Joe eats a burrito while window shopping the snack aisle like a space alien wearing a ring on every single finger before reading a magazine, which is, it's got to be just his rings, because I've seen him wear those goddamn rings 1,000 times.
Yep.
Why do you wear 6 rings at the same time?
They're not even normal rings. They're like knuckle or like, I don't know. They're huge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This one was taken off of Dracula. This one was the ring I wore in Snake Eyes. I'm so fucking stupid. He hears a noise in the bathroom where he finds a big trucker dude strangling that one chick from The Bourne Identity. He busts. Yeah, nothing else. I think she's like in a lot of German films. Yeah. She's I'm hoping that she's a better actress when she's speaking German, because holy shit, she has her moments, but for the most part, she's pretty bad in this film, which everyone is pretty bad in this film. Mm-hmm. Joe busts into the stall and throws the guy against the wall while saying, "We don't hit women down south," while the guy tries to explain that being choked is this girl's fetish, as we soon find out. She screams at Joe to stop while he says, "Next time, why don't you wrestle Man Gator?" As you do. She asks him, "What did you do?" To which he says, "I saved you." In a very, very cagey manner.
I saved you.
One of my favorite deliveries that makes absolutely no fucking sense in the movie. "I saved you." She runs out of the men's room then out of the store to a truck while Joe follows behind saying, "Hey, Buster, the state troopers are coming and I'm going to need you to explain what just happened." She gets a phone call and is given some good news and says she'll be there as soon as possible, all while Joe looks on baffled, which is kind of his default look throughout this entire train wreck.
Yeah.
She looks at the paunchy stranger wearing a beer hat and a shark tooth necklace who just beat up a dude in the bathroom of a Chevron and tells him, "My daughter is out of a coma and she's still touch and go." Why would you not even talk to this guy? Just get in the fucking truck and leave.
Yeah.
"My daughter is out of the coma." She tries to climb into the semi-truck cab and he grabs her before clapping his hands and saying, "Hey, wake up. Want some no drowsy?"
No dose.
Yeah, it's no dose, but he calls it no drowsy. She says no because caffeine stops the blood vessels from opening up and asks if he has kids. Why not? None of this feels like a normal interaction between human beings. Like there was no way that this would be the fucking interaction that they would have.
No.
You can tell if you're going for a Lynch vibe.
Yeah.
Because Lynch does weird shit like this.
Just
I don't know,
changes the subject mid-sentence.
Yeah, something about how he did it felt a little more authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when Lynch makes a movie, he sort of creates a canvas for ridiculous stuff to happen. Whereas this is like, it's almost grounded in reality, but not. I don't know. It's just something different about how the way he does things.
Yeah.
Joe takes a swig off of a flask, pulls out a picture of his family and says, "Wife and daughter, you like? Oops, they're dead." In a kind of sing-song voice. She says that's terrible and says she has an 18-year-old daughter, so we can establish that Joe isn't committing statutory rape later in the film, I guess, named Billy, who had a terrible accident that morning on a motorcycle. Joe says what we're all thinking.
What the hell does that have to do with getting strangled?
While making weird gestures with his hands.
Super Cajun. What the hell does that have to do with getting strangled?
She says, I can't believe that we have to do this whole film. She says it was the only way that she could help her daughter, and then asked the guy who has acted like a complete lunatic and probably smells like a damp rag soaked in beef jerky juice for a ride to Mobile. And he says, "Is that a siren?" "That was a siren, wasn't it?" Before looking at her like he just shit his pants. We're 7 minutes in, and I already think that this is one of the worst films that we've ever watched. Good God. That's the opening to the film. In Joe's truck, they drive to the hospital while obviously sitting in one place the entire time. Julie, which is her character name, but I don't think we've established it yet.
No.
Why would a character give their name before getting into a truck with a stranger at a gas station who just beat some guy up unprovoked?
I mean, lot lizards are getting anything.
That's true. That's what I thought she was.
Yeah,
same. Question referring to it. There's a lot lizard until I found out what her name was.
No, she's a trucker. She's a trucker too.
Yeah, she just for some reason needs somebody else's to give her a ride in their truck.
Yeah, because she got strangled. You know, she's out of sorts. You know,
she's out of sorts.
She says that when she was a teenager, she almost drowned, but she and a friend were pulled out of the water by some guys who were driving by or something. Joe says, "You say you left your body?" And she's like, "Yeah," which is not at all what she said. I watched it 3 times. He just jumps to the conclusion that she left her body to tell someone they needed help or whatever. I guess. I don't know what the fuck they were trying to tell us with that scene. It was so unclear. It's just like,
they just cut out that line of dialogue where she probably terribly delivered that she had an out-of-body experience.
I had an out-of-body experience. Oh, hi, Mark. Julie says she's left her body a few times since then, while Cage eats no-dos, drinks whiskey while driving, and does weird shit with his mouth the entire fucking time. Just, what the hell, dude? Like, he's trying, this is his response to her saying that she can leave her body, is like,
yeah,
I gotta take a swig.
And he's like hopped up, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Joe asked what she meant when she said he screwed things up by beating up the dude in the bathroom. And she says, it's okay. She found her way back on her own. Like, it's like they just skipped pages of dialogue. I don't know. Joe says, how can you be so sure? And she says it's exhausting to leave her body, so she's not sure she could do it twice in one day.
They're reading from different pages in the script.
How can you be so sure that she made it back into her body? And she says it's exhausting to leave her body, so she's not sure she could do it twice in one day. None of this makes any sense whatsoever. It's like every scene was written by Tommy Wiseau, but somehow less coherent. I don't just at the hospital I think in Mobile, right? Julie finds her daughter crazily staring at the ceiling, and she says, "Hey, Mama," before asking who the scroungy looking hillbilly is in the corner. Fucking Ham's beer or whatever the hell fucking hat he's wearing is. It's so bad in that hat, dude.
Like Tucker something. I don't remember what it said.
Like he just found it at a fucking truck stop on his way to the shoot.
Trucker hat.
Billy says, "Mama, I don't know what happened, but I don't want to go back there." Suddenly, all of the machines in the room start beeping and she passes out while some nurses and doctor come into the room. They start using a defibrillator on Billy while Julie asks Joe to choke her in a stairwell so she could use her unexplained ability to leave her body while being choked to save her daughter. Julie leaves her body the second Joe starts choking her. I guess that's how that shit works. And a nurse seems to see her, since I guess she has the shining or something, which is also never fucking explained.
Yeah. Well, she's like Haitian or something.
Yeah, they can all see
She's got the
spirits.
voodoo.
Yeah.
Who do you voodoo?
We see Billy's spirit in the corner of the room about to leave through a door. Then we flash to Joe just banging some chick for some fucking reason before cutting back to Joe releasing Julie from being strangled, and he asks if it worked.
Yeah.
That's how they set up the entire whole rest of the movies.
Yeah.
It's so bad. She says she doesn't know, and I'm guessing the writer/director doesn't either, because even breaking down this movie down beat by beat still doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever.
Well, I think it's supposed to be that was him sensing his wife coming back through a memory of banging her.
I think that's what they were trying to go for. It was
like
clearly just a shot from later.
The only scene they shot with his wife was when they were having sex in the cab or whatever. So that's the only one they could use.
Whatever the fuck that was. The nurse with the shining comes out of the room and says Julie's daughter is stable and that she did good and that Billy's back where she belongs. So I guess we're just going with the nurse having supernatural powers as well. I fucking knows.
She's not dead. You hear me? Not dead. She's not dead.
You see her in there? Alive.
This one too. Alive. The nurse tells Julie to keep an eye on Billy since she's been to the other side. And then she just fucking leaves. And that's it.
Yeah.
No reason to ask the nurse how she knows any of this, how she saw her spirit, etc.
Just Miss Cleo.
She's Miss Cleo.
I got to get back to the phones now.
She's the reincarnated spirit of Miss Cleo in the form of that kid that they had in Next. Joe gets some coffee while the soundtrack does its best Twin Peaks impression. And Joe asks if Julie can see other spirits. Other spirits besides the ones she knows. This is the little known cousin to Twin Peaks, Dim Freaks. I don't think I mentioned it, but she like said that coffee is a constrictor. Like, I said, oh, right. That's right. It's a constrictor. It constricts your throat so you can't be choked again if we need to choke you.
Or it dilates it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Joe asks.
Caffeine, it's a vasal dilator.
Dilator. Yeah.
Yeah. Vasculator.
And I don't think it would prevent you from being choked out. So
No.
No, man. Did you know that if you drank caffeine right before you were about to be hung, you would live, dude? You'd be fine.
watch Back Into the Cage for us to test this theory out.
We're going to try
Nigel
it out.
and Patrick will be
We'll do the choking game.
The choking game. That would be hot. Let's do it.
Squirt mustard on me. What?
I'd rather do that than
Squirt
watch this
mustard
again.
on me.
So,
Me too.
I'd rather do that for a Back Into the Cage episode for this thing than to watch this garbage.
We just make the Back Into the Cage episode 30 seconds long. It's just us choking each other. Joe asks if Julie can talk to other spirits and deliver a message, but she's worn out from all the being nearly strangled to death twice in one day stuff. Joe says he can stay to watch Billy so Julie can get some sleep, since he can hang out for a few hours and still get his delivery done by noon the next day if he doesn't sleep. This guy's really good at his job.
Can't believe he's behind on payments for
Yeah.
months and hasn't been paid.
It's been 3 months. He just keeps drifting into different weird fucking scenarios with different people, different lot lizards he meets.
Yeah.
One was like an abusive, alcoholic, homeless dad who just keeps beating up his wife and his kid. She thanks him for being so nice, and she takes a nap while we see that the girl walking out of the room in that vision wasn't actually Julie's daughter, but rather Joe's dead wife. And we hear her voice saying, "Don't you ever leave me alone again." Some douchey looking teenagers dressed in, I guess they're teenagers, I don't know, 20 something, dressed in motorcycle gear show up and say that they're there to see how Billy is doing. And Julie yells at them for nearly killing her daughter. She tells them to get the fuck out while all three of them try to out horrible act each other the whole scene. Jesus Christ.
How is she? She's in a hospital. How do you think she is, you moron?
Sorry.
Nice of them to show up to the hospital 12 hours after the fucking accident. So
Well, they had to get
so
out.
it happened in the morning. It was dark when she met Nick's character.
Yeah.
And then she's at the hospital, which feels like it's pretty late at night. And they're just now showing up to see how Billy is doing.
I mean, they filmed it in August with nothing else to go on. We got to assume it was in the summer. So she met him at like 10 p.m. or somewhere.
It's the only time I go to the truck stops.
Yeah, it's when all the magic happens.
That's when the magic happens. Joe wakes up next to Billy in a chair while having a dream of his wife saying, "What are you doing here?" And we see Billy ask him the same thing. Joe says he's a friend of her mom. And as he's leaving to get Julie, Billy says, "I just want to look at you. It's been forever. Don't be gone too long." While Joe gives her a look like, "I am totally going to bang this semi-catatonic teenager." Kind of a
Improv.
oh, sure. You want to look at me, huh?
Snake
Like,
running the mental math of her birth date.
Yeah. Fucking guy.
Yeah. She could be
Yeah,
like
my
number
wife
7.
is younger. I mean, older than.
Let's play Kill Bill.
Billy seems to hardly recognize her mom and then seems to orgasm from how bright the lights are in the room for some reason. Then repeats a line that Joe's dead wife said earlier, "Don't leave me alone. I don't do good on my own," while she eye rapes Joe, the hobo drifter truck driver. He's so hot. Love it. Can't get enough of that. We cut to Joe bringing Julie home from the hospital to Julie's house, and she asks if he wants a cup of coffee, which triggers him to have a flash of him violently having sex with her on the couch. It cuts back to reality, and he says, "Yeah, sure." I guess he decided to ditch the delivery he was planning to make and make a different kind of delivery.
Well, it was already 3 days late or whatever the fuck he said. Well, what's another day?
Yeah.
3?
Well, so it's 3 days later. So I think he would have been on time if he would have left when he said he was going to leave.
He just hangs out for a weekend.
Just hangs out for fucking half a week and
then shows up and gets mad when the guy won't pay him.
Yeah. What did you expect, dude? All of the food in the back of the truck is spoiled, you idiot. Joe passes out on her couch while hearing his dead wife say all she ever did was sit in a nut house and miss him before he wakes up to Julie giving him some coffee and whiskey for breakfast. Delicious.
Yeah. Nick Cage special.
He tells her he'll never make his delivery to Biloxi if he drinks the whiskey, but she pours it into his cup anyway. Starting to see why this guy's broke. Fucking jobless. Yeah. Everything's being repossessed. Where the fuck does he even live? We just kind of pass over that.
He just
live in the truck. Yeah.
He just lives in his truck, yeah.
That's all he had, really.
Mm-hmm.
God. That truck stinks. They have a nice getting to know you chat for 5 seconds, and she says without his help, her daughter would be dead. So I guess that's enough for her to let this smelly transient into her panties. She starts kissing him, and he says, I smell like 3 days on the road. And she's like, I like it. Yuck. He smells like a lot of other things, too.
Oh, God.
Got dingleberries hanging. Never mind. He goes on to say he hasn't been with a woman since, oops, she died, and that he doesn't know if he even remembers how to have sex. It's like riding a bike. Or if you're a woman, it's like having a bike ride you. A greasy, meat-sweating, BO smelling huffy that's been sitting behind a garage rusting from rain and dogs pissing on it. Anyway, she says she'll show him, and we get to watch the tubbiest version of Nick Cage we've seen yet. Hate fuck his co-star, which looks like two hams going at it, while we watch on as disgusted as Nick probably was to sign the contract to star in Between Worlds. Imagine going from Jason Bourne to Cletus McTrucknuts over here.
It's such an awkward sex scene too, because like she's got pasties on that you can kind of see for a split second, and like the Jack Daniels bottle kind of hides her stomach because I feel like it's a little bit, not to throw shade at her, but there's a spot in the next scene where she's got like a tight shirt on and you can see her,
Yeah. After he finishes giving her a born disappointment, he asks how a nice German gal like her ended up driving a big rig, and she says she married a Marine in Germany whose name was Chuck, and he liked to move around a lot. She found exciting. She says Chuck had trouble adjusting after the war and eventually left her when she said she could see ghosts because she couldn't find his buddies who were killed in Afghanistan or some shit. That's why he left. The fuck?
Yeah. Well, and then she also said he started to see him too, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People close to her apparently can see ghosts, which comes into play later on.
Right.
I guess. We see a caption on the screen that reads 3 days later, and then Joe and Julie bringing Billy back home from the hospital. So he just fucking stayed there. He didn't go. It's like go.
He could make his delivery and then come back.
Yeah.
I guess the sex was that good on that couch.
Just wanted to hate fuck her some more. It was very violent. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it was.
Did not look pleasurable in the slightest.
Well, she's German. They like it rough.
That's why she liked the dingleberries and all that. She's German. The Scheisse.
You pounded me harder than a blitzkrieg.
Joe takes her to her room and he tries to leave, but she grabs him and says, "Don't leave me alone." You're always leaving me, and I don't do well on my own. While some rockabilly music plays on the soundtrack for no fucking reason whatsoever. Makes no sense. Going for that Lynch vibe, but you don't really understand why Lynch used those things. She asks for a kiss goodbye, and he pushes her away while saying that she needs some rest. We see Julie trying to figure out the schedule for Billy's meds, and she breaks down while thanking Joe for helping her. Julie blames herself for not being around while Billy was growing up, since she's a truck driver, and Joe reassures her since you have to make stupid mistakes while nearly killing yourself on a motorcycle when you're young, or else you won't regret anything when you're old. Solid. Yeah.
That's how I learned.
True. That's how we all learn. You know, crack our skulls on the fucking freeway. He says she did what she had to do, and she asks if he can stay, but he says he needs to get to Biloxi since he's already 3 days behind. Have him fucking deliver organs for a hospital or something. It'll be fine. Pour some whiskey in there. He gives her a big hug saying, "You brought her back," while sneaking a sip of some of Billy's medicine.
Yeah, got that codeine, man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Just like in Sunny.
Oh, and Sunny.
He hits the road, but not before saying, "Giddy up," while slapping his own ass on the way out. It's definitely a Cage improv. In Biloxi, I guess, some dude who is more than a little miffed that it took an extra 3 days to get the shipment thanks to this greasy loser tells Joe he won't pay him the full amount he's owed since each day incurred late penalties. And Joe says, "That's dog shit. That's not even bullshit. That's dog shit." Like, what is your argument, dude? 3 days
I got
late.
it here.
Dude, I showed
Got
up,
it
man.
here. It's still here, right? Good enough. The guy says he only owes him $18.46, so he gives him a 20 and says, "Keep the change." It's not even enough for a fifth of Jack Daniels, which I'm guessing was his first thought. Then, for some reason, I guess as a David Lynch homage, some handicapped dude walks in and tells Joe he needs to come outside since someone is repossessing his truck. "Joe, I think they're taking your truck."
Thanks, Danny.
What the fuck? I don't know. Guess it's realistic. Verisimilitude.
Kind of figured it was like Joe, and they just got regular people to do these roles wherever they were
Gotta
filming.
be,
Yeah.
You know, he's in a truck depot. You just find the janitor guy who sweeps the floors. Tell him
wasn't
his
Joe
truck's getting
filmed in
repoed.
Alabama too? Or something like that? I forget.
I thought it was Georgia.
Yeah, I think it was
No,
Georgia.
yeah, same thing. Joe grabs the repo man by the shirt before even talking to him, and the guy says, "Back off or he'll have his partner dude beat his ass." So Joe tries to explain why he was so late with the shipment, but they dismiss his sob story. And he says, "So you're going to take my truck? A man without a truck is not a man." Which is either an homage to Bad Lieutenant or it's just a Nick Cageism he uses whenever someone takes away a defining item from a character that he's
A
playing.
man without
I
his
don't
stupid
know.
rings is no man. Don't take my ring pops.
I swear it's the same rings in Renfield too.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I forgot about that.
He asks if he can take his belongings out of the truck, and the guy says, "Not unless you pay your past due payments." We cut to Billy in her room playing with her breasts in the mirror while the score tries its best to be David Lynch, while Julie is busy in the kitchen making her lunch. Those two douchey guys we saw at the hospital earlier stop by to see how Billy is doing, and Julia is again pissed at them for almost killing her kid. She says Billy fell in with the wrong crowd, and the comic relief of the duo says, "Bunch of assholes." And the other guy says, "She means us, Rick." Zing! The other guy, Mike, says it was an accident and that Billy is wild and crazy, so they couldn't have stopped her if they tried. Julie says to take Billy her lunch and to say hi, but then get the fuck out before she takes 2 huge bags of weed out of Mike's pocket. I guess payment for almost killing her daughter.
Yeah.
In her room, they ask Billy what she remembers about the crash, and she says she doesn't remember anything before the accident. So, like, is she, like, kind of there but not really there? I don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
is it Mary
it felt like
the whole time?
However the script needed it to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I
she
don't
has
think
Billy's
there's any-
memories and sometimes she doesn't.
Yep.
So maybe, like, Mary slowly takes over as the longer she's in the body or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
We cut
I
to
don't think
Joe.
the director writer even knows.
No, probably not. We cut to Joe calling Julie, and she asks him to come stay with them, even though he didn't even say anything about losing his truck and essentially being homeless, which is like the 3rd time a character has completely filled in the blanks for something that wasn't even fucking said in this movie. Why don't you come stay with us? I didn't even say, I was just like, hey, what's going on? Why don't you come stay with us?
Yeah.
He thanks her and says it's a big help right now. And she's overjoyed that the greasy drifter she met 3 days ago is going to be living in her house with her teenage daughter. And I guess Joe takes an Uber from Mobile to Biloxi since he no longer has a truck, or from Biloxi to Mobile or whatever. How the fuck does he get there?
Teleported, yeah. I guess, yeah.
Hitchhiking?
Took the bus, probably.
Didn't have money for a bus.
Another 3
He's
days
got $20.
Oh, yeah, I guess
He had
he did get $20.
$18.46.
Buses
That'll
deliver
buy
right out
you
to
a house in
rural
Mobile,
houses.
Alabama.
Yeah. Everybody knows that.
Act 2. Let's get some motivation up in this thing.
Julie tries to reconnect with her semi-catatonic daughter, while Billy does the aloof teenager act and is dismissive of her mom until they hug. And we see Billy smirk with that "I know something you don't know" look on her face. Joe arrives at Julie's while the soundtrack plays a built-in beat on a Casio keyboard for some reason. And Joe greets Julie at the door with a goofy stance and looks her up and down before laughing like the lunatic he is, and they hug.
Hey, I'm back.
He throws his bag down and does a little dance before clapping since he's excited to be there, I guess. Like, he's just like... I was like, oh, okay.
It's got a
Kinda
bottle
similar
of wine.
to his, It kind of reminded me of in Grand Isle when Buddy is at the door and he like gives him that look up and down.
Yeah. I got a lot of Grand Isle vibes from this film.
Yeah, he's
Not
got
just
a
'cause of the
similar
hair.
look in this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I think they were probably filmed back to back.
I think they had to be pretty close together, yeah. All right. Billy sees her new maniac stepdad dancing with her mom while Julie and Joe have a completely incoherent conversation. Buckle up, boys, because this batshit insanity is about to be ratcheted up to 11. Julie and Joe smoke a joint in the living room, and after a puff, Joe says, "Beautiful weed." And Julie says she took it from Billy's friend Mike, who's a dope dealer. Try to swallow every word like she does. Joe asks, I love when you side Nigel, it just makes it so much better. Joe asks how Billy is doing, and Julie says, "Huh?" So he asks again, and she says she's not her old self. So Joe says, well, she did take a pretty good knock on the head, which makes Julie laugh her ass off. So Joe says,
What?
I don't know.
What?
and then he laughs like Terrence McDonough after taking a hit from his lucky crack pipe. I bet Bourne's glad that Marie took that shot to the face, then drowned in that nasty river water.
I wish that happened in this movie.
That's the start of the movie. Wait,
Yeah.
she wakes up from her near-death experience in the fucking Mumbai River or wherever the hell they were.
Wherever they were. They laugh and laugh, and she says he didn't know her before the accident. And Joe says, nah, according to her, we're old buddies. It's weird. Julie says, don't be surprised if she's making goo-goo eyes at you just to piss me off. And they laugh like fucking lunatics about goo-goo eyes for the next 10 minutes. It's like watching two aliens huffing laughing gas. Then Joe asks where he's sleeping tonight over and over again, while Julie laughs hysterically while saying he can sleep on the couch. And Joe says,
On the couch!
Ouch! That hurts.
she spacily explains that she never brings men home while her daughter is in the house, and Joe asks if Billy's asleep. Julie says she took a couple Percocet, so she should be out. So Joe starts stripping while Billy watches from somewhere nearby, dressed in a crocodile costume for some reason. These two wackadoos start doing it on the couch while Joe tells Julie about the scene in The Exorcist where Linda Blair masturbates with a crucifix while screaming, "Fuck me!" over and over. And he wants her to say it to him while they bang, but Julie doesn't want to wake Billy up.
What the fuck, dude?
I just watched a scary movie last night, and it reminded me of that scene.
It was so hot.
It was so
Fuck
hot.
me. Fuck me. Of all the things to reference while you're about to make love to somebody, the fucking most fucked up, disturbing scene in the entire Exorcist.
The next day, yeah, that's right. That's how that scene ends, by the way, guys. The next day, Billy walks around the house braless in a t-shirt and panties, and she watches Joe and Julie having a great conversation while Joe works on Julie's truck.
Just like dropping wrenches on him and shit.
It looked like she legit dropped that wrench on his gut.
He kind of looked like he was genuinely pissed off too.
Ow!
Oops. Sorry.
What's the deal? Are you mad at me or are you just clumsy?
I'm sorry.
The fuck, dude? No wonder you haven't been in anything besides the Bourne Identity.
If that wasn't real, then that's the best act. Like, if that's not a real expression of his, then that's the best acting he did in this entire film, because he did genuinely look pissed off. Billy walks around the house like a sexy space cadet for a bit while looking at family photos before finding a box with a wedding ring in it, which she angrily opens and closes. Outside, Joe says the truck should make it to Memphis, and Julie says, "That's awesome. Is it going to make it back?" And Joe laughs like the Count from Sesame Street, since Julie semi-accused him of being the type of guy who might steal her truck, which he totally fucking is planning on doing. He does that laugh a lot too. Back inside, Billy finds some sexy lingerie in her mom's drawer. And then we see Julie and Joe come inside, where Julie asks if he wants a beer. And he says, yeah, that'd be great. Before saying, well, I got to drain the main vein. Why does she like this guy? Like, what?
It's pretty charming. Yeah.
It choked her like no one else has. She was out in a second.
Got that grip strength, man.
On his way to the bathroom, Joe spots Billy butt naked in front of a mirror where she's holding the lingerie up to herself, and he ogles her for a bit, which she notices. After he gets back from the bathroom, Julie again asks if he wants a beer, and Joe says, "Does Tin Man have a sheet metal cock?" You know, as you do.
It's the first time that I think he's used cock in many movies, because I noted it. I was excited to be able to put it back on the curse counter.
You're excited about that cock?
It's the little things. Yeah,
it's the little cocks. Honestly, the last time I have it noted is from Color Out of Space. It's been that long.
That was a long time ago.
Holy shit.
I feel like I may have missed him in some movies.
I don't know.
I never miss a cock.
Yeah. Well, this movie, it's kind of hard to miss at one point.
Yeah, it's just in your face. Billy comes into the room and makes goo-goo eyes at Joe. Julie's excited to have both of them there for some fun time family fun. That night, while watching a nature documentary of a lion killing a wildebeest or something, must be another homage to Lynch, I guess.
Stupid voiceover that isn't real. Like,
yeah.
Like they just wrote it for this dumb movie.
Yeah. Billy gives Joe a handy on the couch, and he just kind of rolls with it after never pushing her hand away once.
It's like the line's like something about like the predator killing prey is like how they have sex as well. It like bleeds over into their sexual practices or some stupid shit that is supposed to be applying to this movie and has nothing to do with what's on their dumb nature documentary.
No.
It's so awkwardly. It's awful.
Yeah. It's bad.
I just hate it.
Describe most.
That's probably
everything.
the moment I hate the most of this entire movie for some reason. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Like delivering exposition over TV is just a trope I really hate in movies.
Yeah.
And this is like a step further of like trying to deliver subtext through dumb voiceover of fake background noise, like a nature documentary.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It
always reminds me of Birdemic when he's just watching the news in his kitchen about
such as seals
warming and the last polar bear died or whatever the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah. Like obviously footage stolen for Getty.
Yeah.
Like the watermark on it still.
Julie asks Billy to help her dissect a pig or something in the kitchen, but she says she's sick. Yeah, but she says she's
like
sick.
A whole fucking fox or something. I don't even know what the hell that was supposed to be.
Like a rabbit or
I think it was
green
supposed to be a
squirrel or
rabbit.
some shit.
Yeah.
When I was in anatomy in high school, we dissected a mink because they harvest minks for their skin and then they donate the bodies to schools for kids to cut up and play around with. And it looked like that, like it was that size, just the muscle and everything. But I just had it on a baking tray in the fridge, just completely uncut. It's like these people are trash. It's probably just roadkill.
Yeah. I hit it with my truck.
What, you don't like okra? What's wrong with you? Spice it up with some okra.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Going to stuff it.
But Billy says she's sick while continuing to give Joe a tug under the blanket. Joe says he can help, which I was like, no, you can't. You got your dick out. But Julie says it's okay. She asks if they're okay with okra, and Joe says, ma'am, okra is real nice. Well, Billy says, I hate okra. What the fuck? Fucking bitch.
So, I mean, we've established that Joe is a terrible person already immediately because, like, he just lets her fucking give him a tug job.
I mean, what are
on
you
the
gonna
couch?
do? What are you gonna do?
Stop
You
her
gonna
at
say
all.
no?
Full view too. It's not even hidden.
Yeah.
Like the blanket's
know.
there, but you can just see like a hand.
That's my favorite part. Is like where she's standing in the kitchen, where Julie's standing in the kitchen, she could see the fucking couch, and she would be able to see the movement of the blanket.
That's why she was like, "It's
from
okay."
her perspective, and you can
Yeah.
totally see.
Yeah. No, I got a spider bite. It's really itchy. It's a really itchy spider bite.
It's okay. I can see you're busy. Which
Anyways.
the movie just completely glosses over that, and you forget that it even happened.
Yeah.
And then it's like awkward between, like, they have an awkward exchange later on. Like, that didn't fucking happen. I swear that they filmed everything out of sequence and, like, or edited everything out of sequence. I don't know.
They must have.
They must have. Yeah. It would make that scene would have made more sense after a scene that's coming up. The next day, we see Joe trying to repair Billy's motorcycle, and Julie tells him not to bother since she doesn't want her riding anymore. The motorcycle, not Joe. Wait, she doesn't want her riding either, actually.
She wants him
Joe
riding her. Dirty Huffy that's been pissed on by dogs.
Joe says he'll get it ready for her to sell while Billy watches him work from a picnic table. Billy tells her mom to ask Joe to stay and says, you're not good on your own. Well, Julie says, what are you talking about? And are you smacked out of your head? Kind of tone.
What are you talking about?
She says she remembers how things were when her dad left and that he left without ever looking back. So she's becoming Joe's dead wife, but still has vivid memories of her dad, of Billy's dad leaving.
I don't know that I almost feel like she was just making that shit up. Like, she knows that he left because the wedding ring is in that box and shit. And then I feel like she's just making up all of that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to be that she just doesn't have any memories of Billy's memories.
So she just put it together and figured out, this is what happened. And gotcha. Okay. Julie asks what the hell is wrong with her, and Joe destroys something on the bike that sprays all over him like a dog lifting its leg to piss on. We cut to Joe on the phone yelling at whoever repossessed his truck while chugging directly from a bottle of Jack Daniels, like the good father figure I'm sure Julie hoped he'd be. He tells Julie, I'm going to be out of the butt and into the fuck if I don't come up with $500. No, sorry, that's actually from a way more entertaining video that you can find online. What he really tells her is that they won't give him his personal property back unless he comes up with $500, which this greasy vagrant definitely doesn't have. He says he had a little box in the truck with all of the pictures he has left of his dead wife and daughter, plus her wedding ring. Julie asks what happened to his family, and Joe explains that he and Mary, that's his dead wife, had been fighting because she hated when he had to leave, even though he's a truck driver who is presumably gone for weeks at a time.
She hated it when he left, though.
Yeah. And I don't
Like
think
marrying somebody in the military.
Well, never mind.
It's all about that leopard print thong that he's wearing later on. You know?
He says the night before he would have been home, Mary accidentally burned down the house with a cigarette, and Joe starts crying when he says the fire spread into his little girl's room, saying she was 5, twice in a row, which was obviously two takes of the same scene, and it just feels really weird.
My little girl, she's 5. She was 5. Well, they say that the smoke got to her before the fire did, so.
I think it was done on purpose, but feels like a mistake. Much like when a handful of teenagers who don't know how to play instruments attempt jazz.
Yeah, exactly. That's what amateur filmmaking is like. Like when a bunch of teenagers try to play jazz when they just learned how to play instruments.
I don't understand we shouldn't, but it would be interesting doing a deep dive on the editor because he seems to get stuck with shit like this, and he's a terrible editor. Why would you give him garbage and ask him to make it better?
Maybe it was worse.
I'm sure it was, but he just can't seem to put together, like he can't seem to save shit or like make coherent stuff. Because you could have done away with all the weird lynchy stuff.
Yeah.
He says he should have never left, and Nick actually tries acting on for a change in this shit pile while recounting how his wife seemed scared, but he needed to pay the bills. But now they've taken the only thing he had left of them because he couldn't come up with pretty much the minimum amount they'd lend you for a payday loan.
You think he's got enough credit to get a payday loan?
I don't think you need anything aside from just like your social security number.
Yeah, because I think, don't they just steal the money right out of your next paycheck?
Yeah.
Oh, is that how it works?
Take it. Yeah.
I think they garnish it from your next wage for your next
I
paycheck.
guess you need a job, huh?
Yeah. And he's a contract.
He doesn't have regular income. Yeah.
Yeah. So they probably wouldn't give him money.
Yeah. Like they haven't even paid him the last 3 months or whatever he talks about. So
she's all like, I know a guy that can help you get the money. His name's Eddie. We cut to Billy in her room smoking a cigarette in a Lolita pose, which this is the most out of the whole film. This is the one scene that disgusted me the most because you could see how dirty her fucking bare feet are. Like, why? Why are they so dirty?
Directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Put some fucking socks on or clean the floor. Jesus. Anyways, she's looking through a magazine and saying "Mama" for some reason. She must have just watched Deadpool last night. She heads outside to find Joe, and she asks where her mom is. Joe says she had to go into town early and laughs like a lunatic to himself for no fucking reason whatsoever.
She had to go into town early. Said she had to run some errands.
Which somehow this still makes more sense than the entire film, Prisoners of the Ghostland.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Billy flirtatiously says, "So it's just us today." And Joe kind of flirts back at her, since I'm sure he's still thinking about that unenthusiastic tug job he got under the blanket the other night that the movie seems to have completely forgotten. We cut to Julie at the shop we saw earlier where she pays the $500 Joe owes to get his family's pictures back, which is presented to us through a filthy window because we can't go a second without feeling gross in this fucking movie.
Everybody's gross. World.
Yeah, there's no redeemable character. Back in the house, Joe washes up after working on Billy's bike, and she calls for him to come to her bedroom, where he finds her in her underwear, nylon stockings, and Joe's shirt. Joe tries to hide his half chub while making chit chat about the bike, and Billy says, "You're fucking her, aren't you?" Joe asks, "Who?" And she says, "There's only 3 of us here, Majors." And he asks her how she knows his last name. She says, "Because it's my last name too." And she goes on to say,
she's like, "My name is John Jingleheimer."
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
The dialogue
his name is my last name too.
The dialogue in this movie is fucking awful. And when you break it down like this, it just makes you realize how stupid
worse,
it
dude.
is.
Hey, it's still better than I like rain.
It's true. It's true.
True.
I think that scene's the worst dialogue we've seen put to any of these films.
You know, that's pretty safe. That's a pretty safe bet. She says, "Because it's my name too." And she goes on to say she is his dead wife while giving him details Billy couldn't possibly know. While Joe slowly goes from angry to shocked to horny, as she explains what happened in the hospital, saying that Billy is gone and she's married now. Billy, or Mary, who fucking cares at this point, asks why he's fucking Julie when she knows what he really wants. And he asks, "Why are you doing this?" Mary says they can have what they had before and can have another baby. And Joe is shocked when Billy knows the name of their dead daughter, which makes Joe believe her instantly, I guess.
What does she mean by "I know what you really want"?
To fuck her while he reads.
Yeah, that's what I would guess.
Poems or
He
whatever.
reads from his book.
He says he doesn't deserve to have his dead wife back in the form of a smoking hot 18-year-old, and she starts kissing him. We cut to Julie in her truck heading home. She tries to call Joe, but he doesn't answer because he's deep inside Billy's buns, and we get treated to Nick Cage having sex with a girl 35 years younger than him, which is uncomfortable until you realize that's how he actually lives his everyday life. Then it becomes even more uncomfortable.
You think he has sex with all his clothes on too, just like in the movie?
I hope so.
And the rings.
Sex fully clothed under a boardwalk in New Jersey.
Julie arrives home, and rather than head inside to bust up the almost statutory rape happening in her daughter's room, she decides to take a peek at Joe's personal effects. Joe hears the truck and throws Billy or Mary or whatever off of him, and it's revealed that they are both wearing underwear, or he was getting her through the hole in his BVDs, which means it didn't really happen in some religions. Do you guys ever hear of like the hole in the sheet rule? You know, or maybe they were just soaking.
They're moving way too much to be soaking.
And there wasn't somebody jumping on the bed, so it can't technically that can't be soaking. But
Yeah, technically.
loopholes. In the box, Julie finds a necklace, Mary's wedding ring, and a picture of the whole family before they were roasted like marshmallows. Inside, we see a sweaty, out of breath Joe button his pants, and he says, "You got it." So apparently, she told him off screen that she was going to pay his debt off and get the photos back, and he still chose to stab her daughter in the stomach while she was gone. Fuck, dude. I'm starting to think this guy, this filthy drunk drifter who's 3 months behind on his truck payments might actually be a shitty person. Julie asks how Billy is, and Joe hesitates before saying she's asleep, and he waits to see if she can smell the fresh squirt in the air.
Oh my god.
She asks how things went while she was gone, and he says, good. Nothing happened. I fixed her bike. Then he's like, I wasn't knuckles deep in her. That's what you're asking. He didn't actually say that, but you know he definitely thought it. He definitely thought that. Joe pulls out a picture of his dead wife, who looks like a character from a Rob Zombie film. And she says she's pretty while looking dejected, since he obviously still loves her, even though she's long dead. We cut to a shot of Joe, and I think past Mary having sex. Then we watch an awkward as hell scene of Joe and Billy spraying each other sexually with a garden hose on the back of her motorcycle, while Joe says, "Golden shower," as Julie watches on confused. All this is backed by a Marilyn Manson song, which, given recent events, is oddly perfect for what's happening.
What a fucking weird scene, dude. But it's like, it's almost presented to us like it's a dream. So
yeah. Julie wakes up in her bed alone and sees that Joe isn't on the couch. So she heads to Billy's room where she finds her only child having sex with a man who probably reeks worse than Sway from Gone in 60 Seconds. She's understandably horrified, but then she wakes up from a nightmare. So I guess none of that shit happened.
Yeah, it's like, is it 2 successive dreams, like in different nights, or is she dreaming and then dreaming again, like a dreaming fake out?
Who the fuck knows? At this point, this movie is just utter nonsense.
Does she maybe have like some psychic abilities or something? Like she can tell that something's going on?
That's the confusing part. That was one of my questions, because they have all these moments where there's like flash forwards to shit. And it's like, who's having the flash forward? Is that for us?
I always felt like it was Joe having the flash forward.
Yeah, is it Joe?
Like I think it's supposed to be that line about people who hang out with her start to get her visions as well, or her ability. But like, she's not psychic. She can only communicate with dead people as she's dying. So I don't know where this like premonition thing is supposed to play it, if it's supposed to be part of that or not.
I don't know.
I guess it is like when he sees his daughter at the end, spoilers, she's in the middle of dying. So
yeah,
I guess that fits.
True.
It's more thought than I figured they put into it, but
way more thought than they put into it. She finds Joe on the couch asleep, and we cut to Joe's nightmare now, because why not? Where he sees Mary, the real Mary in the past, doing the same thing Billy did earlier, where she stood naked in front of a mirror holding up some lingerie in front of her.
Was it? I thought they were the same. I don't know. The actors
it's a
identical
different
to each other.
They do look similar in certain
both like the same age, which makes me wonder.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
She was 14 when Joe got together with her.
Joe wakes up from the wet dream, and we cut to Julie checking on Billy in her room. Then to Julie walking down the hall where she sees Joe's not on the couch anymore. Then to Julie looking into Billy's room to see she's gone and her bed is made. Then to Julie finding Billy on the couch looking through Joe's box of photos. What the fuck is happening? Like, what is going on? I guess it was supposed to be a time jump to the next morning, but it's just confusing as all.
Just assume that this is like the best they can come up with the edit.
Dude, with some stock footage, you could fucking at least put an establishing shot of some trees or something. Like, it's the next morning, anything to fucking clue us into what's going on.
Yeah, like you don't need this scene at all. But it's like they just muddle it even more because she's wearing the exact same shit, and there's like zero indication that time has passed, other than like her and Nick waking up from these weird ass nightmare dreams.
It's very confusing. It's like comes out of her room, checks on Billy, she's asleep. Then she walks to the couch, Joe's not there. Then she walks back to Billy's room and Billy's not there. And then she goes back to the couch and Billy is on the couch. And
it's just supposed to be times passing, and she's just wandering around checking on both of them, and they're missing at odd times because they're banging somewhere on the bike in the yard or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know. Just terrible editing, terrible writing. Yeah. Anyways,
why wasn't I included in the golden shower?
Us Germans, we love showers that are the golden variety. Julie tells Billy Marie she shouldn't be going through Joe's stuff, and she pulls out some anal beads and is like, "Oh, he kept these." Nah, she says, "You don't know anything about him." And Julie says, "I know him better than you think, and I might ask him to stay a little bit longer." Billy asks her why, and Julie says, "Because I like him." Did they forget that Billy asked her mom to ask Joe to stay longer 5 scenes ago?
Yes.
You wrote this movie. Don't you now you're directing
That's what happens
don't you
when
find
you
your own flaws?
Out of order, I guess.
Yeah.
To try and salvage a movie.
Well, it had to be on the page, so she wrote that scene telling her mom to stay, and then she's anyways, whatever. I'm just overthinking this pile of shit. Billy says, "You're just gonna fuck it up like you did with your husband," and Julie's angry and confused, so she walks away from that insanity to go wash her fupa. We cut to Joe struggling to get it up for Julie since she's not his dead wife in a teenager's body. That or he can only perform when he's stoned out of his mind while reenacting the most fucked up scene in The Exorcist. While Julie is trying to charm Joe's snake, Billy Mary grabs a knife in the kitchen and Joe saunters in. So I guess that previous scene and this one aren't related. You know, when you edit things, you should probably, try to make things make sense to the audience in any way whatsoever. It's like a couple establishing shots, like Patrick said. Anything to clue us in on what the fuck is actually happening would be super helpful here. Anyways, Joe asks her what she's doing, and Billy says she's gonna come between us. And Joe says she's the reason we're back together. He says she can't hurt her, and she says, you'd be surprised at what I could do. Joe takes the knife, and she says, I'm not gonna let it go wrong this time, which couldn't be further from the truth. But hey, that's the end of Act 2, which means our misery is almost over.
Act 3. Time to resolve some shit.
We cut to that nurse who inexplicably sees ghosts and knows Julie is magic or whatever the hell, smoking in her car. And Julie knocks on her window,
With
and
the windows
nurse,
up too, but
yeah, Julie knocks on it.
Cigarettes.
Yeah, hot box of cigarettes. You know, the nurse somehow knows that Julie accidentally brought back the wrong person because I guess we just skipped entire pages of the script while shooting this pile of dog shit. She just lets her into her car like she was expecting her or something.
yeah.
Voodoo nurse. Yeah, she knew about it. She's Miss Cleo.
Yeah.
The voodoo nurse with the shining tells her that she brought someone back, but it wasn't her daughter. While we cut to Joe and Billy and Joe and Mary banging in the present and in the past, I think. And Billy asks Joe to talk dirty to her and read from Memories. Memories turns out to be a book of sexual stories written by an author named Nicolas Cage. What in the absolute fuck? We've seen some weird shit on this show, but Nicolas Cage playing a character reading from a book written by Nicolas Cage while banging his dead wife in the body of an 18-year-old might be the strangest shit we've ever seen. He reads her, quote, I enjoyed the Arc de Triomphe. You rode your penis and she straddled my mouth. Your tongue's joining above me, unquote. Cool story, bro. I hope that was actually written by Nicolas Cage.
It was always like the battle of the gargantuans fucking up on top of me, kissing while she rode my mouth.
Back with the shining nurse, she tells Julie to stop messing with the world of the dead and that there may be no way to get Billy back, and that Mary may be here for good, but she might also be weak and confused. So we just need to add more nonsense exposition to further confuse the audience. Let's go watch The Frighteners. Let's go watch The Frighteners.
Just like she might be here for good. I don't know. She might go away though. She's probably confused or scared or something. I don't know. Get the fuck out of my car. I don't care. I'm out of the movie now. I got scale. I'm gone.
I got scale.
Can you make it to where I can meet Matt Damon at some point? I heard your friends.
Anyway, back to Memories by Nicolas Cage. Your peach juice cascaded over my golden cock. I knew then that we were a family, a tribe. Our heat melting the snow beneath us on top as the Inuit applauded. Oh yeah, fuck! Jesus Christ, what the fuck? What is happening?
He's really good, man. I hope he writes. I hope he releases that book.
Should publish that book. Yeah. It's like Vogon poetry from
Your
Hitchhiker's Guide to
peach
the Galaxy.
juice cascaded upon my golden cock.
Anyway, we watched Joe and Billy come before cutting to Julie arriving back home, where Joe hears the door of the truck close because he didn't hear the truck driving up, but he hears the door closing. What was that? And Billy Mary says that it was the cat, and Joe says, what? You don't have a cat. You don't have a cat. Which we think was an homage to Joe. Do you have a cat? What's your favorite color? Blow me. Then he starts crying, and we cut to Joe and Mary in the past a few more times just for the hell of it, where we see him enjoying coming again. Why not? Feels like the movie's just raping our senses at this point. Julie catches them in the act, and Joe chases after her, trying to explain that Billy is actually Mary, so it's cool, while we're treated to Joe's softening junk in a kind of leopard print jock strap or something. I don't know. It felt like Nick Cage's wardrobe again.
I was gonna say, I think that's just the type of underwear he wears in real life. It shows up in too many films.
Yeah. And he also has this crocodile head t-shirt with like an obviously brand new ironed on print that is like super distracting in this and another scene.
Yeah. It's like
just
you
felt
watch that once and it would just completely come off.
Yeah. Like it was just like a sticker on the front of a shirt.
Yeah.
Which makes me think it wasn't his. They were just like, here, wear this. It's something we made for the character.
We said man gator at the beginning of the movie. I want to put like a crocodile or an alligator on your shirt.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
It's like all shiny and like
it's fucking horrible.
Obvious costume prop, I guess. Or maybe it was like brand new, like he just bought it at the truck stop or something because he wanted to wear fancy clothes for his new girlfriend. Got a new shirt.
I got that $18 and put it to good use.
Well, he smiles and he says, I got my wife back. And she's more than a little upset that the filthy scumbag she knew for a couple hours before she invited him to live in her house has been rattling her daughter's guts around. He says, I'm sorry to say this, Billy's dead. That is Mary. And Julie says, Billy is not dead. She just lost. Well, we all wish every character in this movie was dead and then everything was lost forever. And we never had to watch this. Julie tells Joe she needs his help to get Billy back, but he's not keen on losing his dead wife again and having to go back to checking for herpes on lot lizards. I don't think he's the one who needs to be checking them for herpes.
Oh, you got to check, yeah.
He's already got it. That's what I mean.
He's already got it.
Joe chases Julie outside in his man thong while Julie asks where Billy is, and Joe says she locked herself in her room. Again, none of that was established. We just have to be like, sure, movie, whatever you say. All distracted by his crocodile t-shirt and penis. to think about it too much. Julie says Joe took advantage of her and her daughter and tells him to fix this. Okay, sure. I mean, he is good at fixing things, like when he cut the fuel line on the motorcycle and spilled it all over him. He says, what do you expect me to do? Kill my wife? While giving her a, oh, I got you there. And his banana hammock gives her German ass Battle of the Bulge flashbacks. So she says, put your fucking pants on. Gross. Then he bashfully says, I don't know what makes you say that. This movie is equal parts fucking hilarious and absolutely terrible at the same time.
Well, I don't know what makes you say that. What the fuck? Just the whiplash on the tone shit.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Lean into something.
Exactly.
God.
Inside, we see Julie scrambling to find something, and we hear her say, then you'll choke me so I can get Billy. But before she can finish, Mary Billy bashes her in the head with a motorcycle helmet, much to Joe's surprise. Mary says, she'll be fine. She's a tough bitch. As Joe tries to wake her, and Mary says, she was going to kill me, Joe, and I'm not ready to die. Not again. Not until you're ready to come with me. Just kind of stands there dumbfounded.
Why'd you have to hit her so hard?
Channeling his best Don Knotts.
What the hell is going on?
Oh,
here?
boy. Mary.
Why'd you have to hit her so hard?
Why'd you have to hit her so hard?
She says that they need to get out of town and suggests they go home to their house that she burned down or partially burned down. That's still there.
It looked like the back, like,
yeah, the back
porch was burned down and nothing else.
Yeah. She says they need some money, and since Joe couldn't even afford something off the McDonald's dollar menu, they head to those dope dealer house, the two dope dealers' house.
Dope dealer. So she says.
At the stoner guy's house, Mary pretends to be Billy and says that she needed to get away from Julie for a bit. She asks if they have anything to eat, and Comic Relief Guy says, I think we have some leftover waffle fries, Miracle Whip, and fruit roll-ups. You can help yourself. Stoner food. Billy and Mary decide to dive right into that banquet feast, and while she's in the kitchen, she opens the back door, and Joe charges in with a baseball bat. He busts Stoner A upside the head, and Stoner B pulls out a gun. He and Joe struggle with the gun for a sec before Joe accidentally shoots Stoner B in the stomach, and Joe is immediately shocked to find out he just killed a guy. Mary reassures him that it was him or you, and he asks if they should call an ambulance, but she says it's too late since she is an evil psychopath now. I guess it's true what they said in Pet Sematary. Sometimes dead is better.
So was she always like a psychopath? I mean, she does.
Yeah, I guess
we find out later on that she did some pretty fucked up shit.
Billy Mary takes the gun and they head out after stealing whatever money she found in a backpack or something. And there's clearly a shot of the guy still breathing on the couch right before they leave. Because they couldn't get him to hold his breath. Couldn't get him to hold his breath for like 10 seconds while they filmed something. He's supposed to be dead. So how much money could they have possibly gotten from these dope dealers? They only had waffle fries, Miracle Whip, and fruit roll-ups in the refrigerator.
Hey, they haven't done a Costco run yet, dude.
We see Julie nursing her head wound while calling the cops, but then she quickly realizes her story is ridiculous, like this dumb as hell movie, and then she hangs up. Mike, I guess is his name, Stoner A, Zac Efron wannabe, shows up, pulls a gun on Julie, much to her shock, and he asks her why Billy and her old man fuck buddy robbed them, and she tries to explain. Mike says they shot Rick, Stoner B, and that he's dead, and she says, "Oh my God, fuck," which is just top-notch acting.
I think that's the worst delivered line in the whole movie.
Oh my God, fuck.
She says nothing she says is going to make any sense, and he says, "How hard did they fucking hit you?" But laugh track.
So stupid.
We cut to Mary and Joe pulling up to their old home, and she asks if he remembers it. Why the fuck wouldn't he remember it? It's for the audience. It's for us to know that it's something.
You remember this place where I died?
He says, "Sure I do."
No.
And they head inside their old home, which seems totally fine and still has furniture in it. And apparently in whatever years between her death and now, no one's touched it in the slightest. Everything's exactly how it was, minus a couple of burned up bedrooms, which aren't burned up at all. But at some point, the story needs them to be, I guess. I don't know. And there's some graffiti because squatters, but they haven't totally trashed the place, which is what squatters actually do, or kids hanging out.
Yeah. Having shit on the couch.
Joe, sporting a shirt with a fucking alligator head on it, or a man-gator, or a crocodile, looks around the house while seeing flashes of his dead daughter. And Mary says that she didn't need to burn the place down and that she told him she wasn't good on her own. And we get treated to a shot of a dead, burned-up child on the ground for a second since the movie wasn't assaulting our senses enough already.
Why was that shot needed, dude? Come on. Fuck you.
Joe enters
you can't be like super serious 1 second and then you're like making jokes about him fucking her daughter like the next second and then you're showing a dead burnt up kid. Like pick a fucking lane. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Like I try to movies like, is it trying to be horror? Is it trying to be comedy? Is it trying to be thriller? It's trying to be drama.
Trying to
Joe
be
enters
garbage.
Yeah, I don't think it's trying. It just was.
Yeah, it just is.
Joe enters his daughter's room, which has no fire damage whatsoever, and he finds a jack-in-the-box on the ground, which he winds up, and then when it pops out, he starts sobbing, probably because he was super offended by the clown in blackface inside of it.
I don't know if it was like blackface, but it sure like it was like a Sambo thing or something.
Yeah, it's probably cheap at the thrift store.
It's Alabama.
Props.
It's Alabama. Yeah. Surprised the Jack in the Box didn't have a Confederate flag on it on the side of it.
For a second, we split to a shot of Joe looking like he just shit his pants and see a gun in his head before cutting to Mike and Julie. And Mike says a ghost is taking over Billy's body like some sort of hermit crab. I'm guessing they used that line on the poster or maybe a trailer if this movie got one. Why was there just a scene from later in the movie for no goddamn reason? I guess, again, it's like Joe's psychic, I suppose, we're supposed to get. Even though it's all just clearly shots that were just edited and put in at certain points from future thing to make it see flash forwards for no explanation.
I hate it all so much.
Mike agrees that they shouldn't call the cops since they shot Rick with my gun. Like, that would fucking matter. And so he's just never going to. He's just going to go the rest of his life as a fugitive.
Yeah.
I guess. Apparently. I guess they try to, if they can catch Billy and Joe, then they can get them to confess to the cops that they killed Rick, I guess, or whatever his name is.
Well, what? Why would it fucking matter? I don't.
I guess he's
shot with his gun.
He's a dope dealer, and he figures the cops aren't going to believe him that some random guy burst into their house and hit him with a baseball bat and then shot his friend, even though he was clearly hit in the head with a baseball bat. So, like, anyway, it wouldn't fucking matter. And she asks, "How do we find them?" And she said, or he asks, "How do we find them?" And she says, "You have to choke me." And he jokingly says, "Wouldn't just shooting you be easier?" The dialogue just keep getting worse.
Why is every scene with the two of them have to end with a joke? Like,
I don't know.
Why the fuck?
So weird.
Back at the house, which is burned up suddenly, Joe tries to clean up the mess, and Mary says, "You're not happy, are you, Joe?" And he makes a little fire with the burned up remains of their house in I think a dryer drum or a washing machine drum.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
I'd say symbolism, because it's the house that Mary burned down, but that feels like we're giving the movie too much credit. We see Mary Billy smoking while Joe puts gas into a generator that either bought with the drug money or has just been sitting there unstolen for years. Based on how desperate and poor everyone seems to be in this movie, I find it harder to believe that the generator has been sitting there without being stolen than I do a woman being choked can talk to ghosts. Joe fires up the generator, which is apparently one of those new generators that makes no noise whatsoever, rather than the traditional ones that sound like a jet engine. And he says, "You want the stars, baby? I'll give you the stars." And we see some string lights light up, and she says, "You're going to give me the stars, Joe?" And he says, "I always said I would," while taking a little bow. Joe swings a flask. I don't know. We're just stuck. We're just along for the ride. Like, just waiting, checking the time, the run time on the movie. It's like, oh, great. 6 more minutes. That's good.
Almost there.
We could do it. Joe swigs a flask, and Mary says, "You don't fool me, Joe. You never wanted any of this." And he says he wanted her and their little girl, but he was on the road so much he didn't think he deserved them. She asks if he deserved Julie, and he says, "I don't want your life." Now, wait, that's different. He says, "I don't deserve anybody," with the same accent. Sorry. It's
I don't want your life.
We cut to a CGI llama singing a Rihanna song about using AI workforce solutions or something. Wait, that's because I watched this on Pluto, and that was one of the ads that would mercifully abruptly cut in every 20 minutes, so take my mind away from this awful piece of shit. It would just cut in the middle of the scene, like, to a commercial, and it was always, instead of jarring, it was great.
Thank God. Oh
God, another Judd and Black commercial. Awesome. We cut to Julie and Mike parked outside the house, and she tells him to remember the plan, which I guess is just to walk over with them with a gun. Joe tells
That's the
Mary
plan, man.
that they can rebuild, and mumbles his way through saying, "I don't understand how it happened. The universe gave me a second chance."
No, he actually does say, "Give me." Universe, give me a second chance. He says he's not going on the road anymore because he doesn't have a job or truck. And she's stuck with him. We cut to Julie and Mike watching them from the woods while Joe says, "You're not gaslighting me, are you?" It's definitely a Cage ad-lib. They head inside where Joe gets drunk on the couch while Mary stares at him, and Mike walks in with the gun, which he puts in Joe's face. Julie comes in and flubs a few lines about wanting her daughter back while the director just yells, "Keep rolling," from somewhere off screen. Mary pulls the gun on Julie, and Mike says he'll kill Joe, so Mary says, "Nobody's shooting that sad bastard but me." So I guess the plan was to just kill him the whole time? I mean, I guess she wants to drag him down to hell with her, or kill him and stay in this body. I don't know.
Joe is
wanted some new meat.
Yeah. Joe is shocked, and Mary says, "Is she another one of your fixer-uppers, Joe?" And once again, they forgot to film a few pages of the script. Joe looks at her like a mentally challenged kid, wondering why there aren't any more jelly beans. And Mary says, "I told you I'm not good on my own, Joe," for the 486th goddamn time. Please just let everyone in this scene die like they did in that standoff and Face Off. Well, half of them.
At least half of them, please. Just get rid of some of them.
Mary explains that she killed their daughter on purpose before killing herself. And Nick mumbles out,
You never heard her?
she says she wanted him to find them dead, and then she says to Julie, how about I just shoot you, Mama, and then I don't have to worry about Billy repossessing her body. Harry and Mike have a little standoff while Joe looks around like he's trying to decide which wall would look better with his shit smeared on it. He suddenly hears his daughter's voice prompting easily cagiest moment of this insanely cagey movie. He says,
Please.
Sarah. Sarah. Sarah.
over and over again like a lunatic he is before he makes his way into another room. Did he shoot Novocaine into his mouth before that scene or something? What the hell? I guess he's just got into the codeine a little bit too heavy. It's all that cough syrup or whatever.
Because he's been drinking. Yeah.
Percocets.
Maybe that's what happened is he took a bunch of her drugs and that's why.
Or she
drugged him. She drugged the whiskey he was drinking out of. Julie again says that she just wants her daughter back, and she tries to take the gun from Mary, so she shoots her, and we cut to see Ghost Mary and Spirit Julie in the house, and the granddaughter of William Randolph Hearst gives us a horrible performance showing us why Mary was played by Billy for the whole movie. Mary sees Sarah in the Upside Down or wherever, whatever, and Sarah is excited that her mom came back for her, but Mary says stop and then gives Julie a goofy scowl. She's just a god-awful actress.
Sarah.
She's really bad.
And we cut back to Nick mumbling Sarah throughout the house as he stumbles into his daughter's old bedroom, which we know is her bedroom thanks to the racist Jack in the Box. He has like a full-size adult bed in there.
Mm-hmm. Not burned up at all. Not a single thing is burned in that room.
Anyways, well, they said that she died of smoke inhalation, so that could happen if you're not in the room.
True. Gotcha.
Although I guess we know now that she just killed her and then lit the house on fire. Anyway, he says Sarah.
She set the house on fire, but the room is not burned down.
Anyway, she said Sarah a couple more times while he says Sarah while slumping into a corner and smiling like he just farted in the bathtub. He keeps saying Sarah like a mental patient while playing with the Jack in the Box, and I guess he's supposed to be seeing his ghost daughter because he keeps cutting to her. It would be nice if the movie attempted to let us know what the fuck was going on, because it looked like a cute little girl playing in a haunted house intercut with Nick taking a shit in his pants, so I don't know what the hell we're supposed to take from it. Mike wakes up Billy to find out that she's actually Billy this time, and she's shocked to find her dying mom next to her in a weird burned out crack house. Billy screams that they have to help her, but Mike says they can't, and then Billy screams, "What the fuck did you do?" at someone off screen. I guess she's supposed to be screaming at Joe? Who cares? I thought she was screaming at Mike.
I don't know.
Who knows?
She's looking at somebody off screen.
Yeah.
The director.
The hell, dude.
What did you do? Why am I in this?
You ruined my career. Jesus Christ.
We got the Joe crawling on the floor like a toddler trying to pull the cat's ears again, even though you fucking told them not to. Sorry, I just wanted to vent. Joe stands up, covers himself in gasoline, all while Leader of the Pack plays on the soundtrack for some goddamn reason. And then he lights a Zippo, which sets Joe, his Man-Gator t-shirt, and the racist Jack in the Box all ablaze. He acts like nothing is happening, though, since CGI fire doesn't hurt, and he probably wasn't told that he would be on fire in that shot, because right after this, he takes a drag from a cigarette and then puts it to his chest, or puts it out on his chest, and then even then he makes no effort to act like he's on fire.
It's because he's the Ghost Rider, man.
I know that the way it happens in the movie is more realistic, since the fumes would catch him on fire, but first, that's not how it was fucking filmed. He burns for a while, and we cut to see Mike and Billy run outside, leaving her mom to die. I mean, just a quick call to 911 would have been a good idea 10 minutes ago when she was shot, but whatever. Just let her fucking burn. Why not?
It's the plan, man.
Yeah. Was that the plan? Who cares? Fuck it. The movie's almost over. Stop. We don't care. Anyway, the house digitally burns while the song that makes zero sense for the scene continues to play, and we see Billy and Mike drive away, and we cut to some dirt and ash with some burnt up bones and dolls in it before slowly panning over to a framed picture of Joe, Mary, and Sarah, and then a slow shot of a butt crack close up. No, that would have been fitting though, right? The clerk at the beginning.
That's how it ends. Just back to the butt crack.
That's the end. No, wait. Luckily, it's not the end. We get one more baffling scene. We fade to black and we hear Joe's dad being abusive to his mom and him as a kid for some goddamn reason. And then we see young Joe grab a pump action shotgun off a wall. He loads the gun, walks into the kitchen where his dad's about to smack his mom. Joe's dad gives him a look and says, "Do it," while his mom pleads with him to stop, and we hear a gunshot before it finally cuts to credits. At first, I thought I was just hearing the gun that was in my mouth during the entire third act going off, but thankfully it was just the sound of this horrible nightmare coming to an end. Thank Christ. The end.
Oh my God.
They put like a prequel bait at the end of the...
What the fuck was that?
You're the editor. Don't put that in there.
Why is it even in the movie? Fuck off.
Okay. I think that's a worse way to end it than Dark.
Oh, yeah.
Worst way to end a movie. Just throw in a random scene from something you forgot to put anywhere else in the film.
I liked how that scene looked. Let's put it in the movie somewhere. Fuck.